Sarah's meant to start this, but she's hopeless. First time we're doing a video on anything. Yeah, probably I'm Matt, as Sarah, we're Oz Gypsies. We've done a bit of travelling before and now we're back on the road full time. Working as well, chasing work. I don't know. This is more about having something for our little fella for later on in life and sharing our experiences with people and how we earn money and what we do around the place. Sarah?
Yeah, so we started 5 years ago.
No. 7 years ago? 6 years ago?
6 years ago. Yeah, Matt had a bit of a health scare, so we kind of sold everything and hit the road with the intention of going for like maybe 7 weeks and just having a bit of a holiday. And here we are, yeah, like 6-7 years later. So
I think we did like nearly 4.5 years where we were like working and travelling, and mostly Sarah working to start with because I couldn't. Then the last 2 years we've pretty much worked full on in caravan parks and had, you know, our own businesses running caravan parks. And after like 2 years we went, or 18 months, we said this is not for us. We've got no life with our little fella. We were used to having been with him all the time, and sort of decided that we'd take the plunge and see how we go indefinitely.
Yeah, and try to, like, I guess, share our skills and our knowledge with people who are maybe scared to take the leap, or yeah, just looking for something a little bit more in their life than the 9 to 5, you know, daily grind.
And we've, you know, upgraded cars over since we started, and
I think we've had about 6 different setups, like between caravans and camper trailers and hybrids and all sorts of things. So
Sarah, I'll put a flash up of, I think if we've got pictures of everything we've had up around, different things. We've now upgraded to a new Willow Boab 621 bunk van.
Yeah, and we're loving it. So we've been in that for a couple of weeks.
With that. Yeah. We've got a Ranger. We'll do a bit of a video on both those. Obviously, you know, there's been 1,000 videos on a Ranger. Obviously, we'll just have a quick look at it and show the things that we've done that maybe other people haven't done. And the same as a caravan. No one wants to see a Durr 35 hitch and whatever comes standard with them. But we've got a pretty impressive solar system and
thanks to the guys at Solar and Sat.
Solar and Sat in Bundaberg. They were awesome.
We'll show that off, and yeah, I guess just our journey over our channel, and yeah, go from there.
And show things. Little fella. Yeah, we've got dreadlocks. He's got dreadlocks too. Yeah. So we'll get a pitch.
One big dreaded happy family.
Yeah, and they're not dirty, and yeah, you do have to maintain them. It's not just a matter of not brushing your hair. So.
But you never have a bad hair day, so you know.
Every day is a bad hair day.
That's a perk.
We did stop and have a look at what we'd already done to see how it worked out. Realised we didn't give a lot of information.
So we thought we'd take 2. So yeah, originally we're from Wollongong in New South Wales. We have travelled pretty extensively throughout Queensland. We've done a little bit of the NT, shot over to WA for a stint over there, and didn't get to see a whole lot. So, and then yeah, ended up back on the East Coast. So this time around, I think the plan is to do your generic sort of a lap, I suppose, and tick off some of those things that we haven't really seen. Predominantly the West Coast, South Australia, I would say.
Had Zeppelin. Had Zeppelin, got sick, had an operation, couldn't work, decided to go travel, go broke at home or go broke sightseeing.
Pretty much.
I think it was like 10 weeks stint.
You can't forget Boss, so we have a Snappy as well.
We do have a dog. We do have a dog that comes with us, and I think he's sleeping in the sun over there. The little fella's off with some friends at mini golf.
He's already made a bunch
Today
of friends.
We're at Ulladulla at the moment. We we got out of the 2 caravan parks about 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago.
4.
And we've been meaning to do this, and well, it hasn't happened. There's a lot of things to organise and get settled and just, you know,
relax,
get out of work mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, so met Sarah, having a baby.
Had a baby.
Had a baby.
We've had the baby.
Had some problems with my pancreas and a pretty big operation, and wasn't able to work for at least 6 months. So I think we said we'd pack up the house. We went and bought a caravan.
Yeah.
And the parents were like, "You can't do this."
I think everybody initially was just, you can't do this. It's not typical, I think, to just take off, or I guess not work like a typical 40-hour week or 40 plus hours in our case.
So we had originally, like we said, I think it was 10 weeks. We said might only be 6, might be 12, depends on how the money goes. Great parents sort of helped us along a little bit to start with, and our 10 weeks ended up 7.5 months. Sarah said, "I want to go home for Christmas." We were in Mount Morgan in Queensland, doing some work at a pub up there. As we'd run pubs, and so we've done a bit of pub work and that.
Predominantly we've run, it's just hospitality really. So we've run pubs and caravan parks, and branching into consulting now, and kind of just goes back to sharing that skill set, I suppose, with people. And doing more training and developing and that kind of thing. So
I think we packed up and went back to Wollongong for Christmas. I think we got back and everyone's like, "Yeah, the dream's over. Back to reality. We'll figure out what we're going to do."
Yeah.
I think we lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And went, "No way, we want to go back." So we we'd come across like printing shirts and stuff, and we went to Newcastle. Drove up, bought some second-hand gear, and went travelling with the Carnies for like 5 months. Yeah. Doing the
just printing
shows.
Like custom t-shirts and different designs and stuff, which was really fun.
And then we ended up down at Sussex Inlet. Sarah was working in the bowling club there. I was going fishing every day. It was great. Me and Zeppelin's our child. He was only like 18 months old or something.
Yeah, really
and
little.
I'd take him out in the boat. We go fishing every day. And and then from there we got a really good opportunity through someone that we knew, helped put us onto it, and we went to a pub down in the Snowy Mountains at Berrydale, and ran that for a while and helped them get that sorted out, and that was a great experience. Met some great people down there, lifelong friends and stuff. Every chance we get, if we're near that way, we make sure we go there. Definitely a very good experience in our life.
Look, I think we've done a lot over the years, and this will be the first time that we really just want to focus more on the travel and the lifestyle, as opposed to I guess previously we've had a lot of focus on working.
We tried to work for 6 months of the year, but I mean there was times it probably ended up a little bit more than that.
Yeah, look, I think our longest stint in one place was 18 months, which is pretty good for us. And I think even when we sort of said, okay, we're on to the next adventure, there was no surprise. I think they were more surprised we lasted so long, because we like to travel and we like to go new places and have those experiences. So
so I think when we finished at Berrydale, we went 3 months.
Yeah,
and we
went and did Uluru.
Uluru and Kings Canyon and the Great Ocean Road and everything there.
Well, like I said,
we got photos, but I mean, and we're actually looking back regretting that we haven't done this sort of thing. Not necessarily for everyone to see and whatever, but just for our little fella, for Zeppelin,
I think for our own personal journey.
Yeah, and we don't remember things, and he's got pictures of being in a helicopter on the Great Ocean Road at 18 months old or 2 years old, where he looks at it and can see he was old enough to talk and go, yeah, that was fun, I want to go in a helicopter again for a few months, but he doesn't remember it now.
Yeah, but for context, so he's now almost 6, so I think a lot of those early memories, he doesn't really remember that experience, whereas he's sort of at an age now that he will, or we hope. So I think it's probably even more important now than it was then. I think previously it was just like challenging. Like, hey, we're gonna do this with a newborn, because we set off when he was only 6 weeks old.
And it was easy when he was little. Anyone that wants to do it,
anyone that wants to do it
with a baby.
Yeah, for sure. Like young kids, it's so easy compared to, I guess, as they get older and they don't sleep in the day and you've got to stop all the time. And
nearly 6-year-olds can be very demanding.
Yeah, because they know what's right, like, all the time.
I think then after that, we went to Junee, did a pub at Junee for a little while, for a few months, 3 months.
Yeah.
That was good. Met some great people there too. Like, you meet everywhere we've been, we've met some great people.
For sure.
You know.
So we've had a lot of different experiences.
I think from Junee, then we had another like 3 months off, and we went up North Queensland, went to Northern Territory again.
Yeah.
And we ended up in Karratha, running a caravan park and bottle shop and that over there. Great experience.
I think for anyone like that's wanting to set out and do it, but maybe, you know, doesn't have a whole wealth of savings behind them, you can certainly work on the road, like everywhere. You know, we're in Ulladulla at the moment, and like the surf shops, the local grocer, like so many businesses are just crying out for people to work. So I think even if you haven't got a lot behind you initially, there's certainly work out there, and I think there's no like shame in doing your lap and working your way around.
Mate, well, we've done 5 caravan parks, and I can just about guarantee you that if you were a decent person and came in with the right attitude into the park, that we would have had a job for you. Yeah, it might be cleaning toilets, but hey, it's not beneath me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if it gets you where you want to go, you know, if you're prepared to have a go, like most caravan parks, or a big majority of them, will take genuine people that are prepared to work, and because it's really hard. We've struggled in most parks for staff.
Yeah.
I mean, Townsville, the park in Townsville was a bit different because we were there through COVID, at the start of COVID, so staffing really wasn't an issue because it wasn't in demand. But, you know, Bateman's Bay, Port Campbell, Warrnambool, Karratha, everywhere else, like, we always have never had a full deck of staff. You're always wanting more staff.
Oh, definitely.
And you know, it's the jobs that people don't want to do, you know, like, you know, trimming hedges isn't fun, but you know what, it pays the way, and it's, you know, depends on what you're after.
I think also the fact that a lot of those opportunities, you can stop, you can really immerse yourself in a town, and I think that's where previously we've been a little time poor. Is, you know, I think a lot of people, they want to get to that destination, they want to see the site, they want to have their Instagram shot, but they don't fully immerse themselves in the experience and the culture that is that town. So that's something that this time we'd like to do a little bit differently, and really, you know, we're not on a time schedule this time, thankfully, so yeah, really just smelling the roses.
I mean, we have to earn money. We can't, you know, if we you know, like,
not rich.
Like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, sure, we can go for a few years and not work, but like, then we're going to spend everything we've got to do that. So we do need to work along the way, but it will be, hopefully, we're going to see how it pans. We reckon it'll work, where we can just do what we need to do along the way, show people how easy it is, you know, to pick up work if you're prepared to do stuff.
There's a lot of, you know, some people have a lot of trepidation. Like, I was getting my nails done the other day, and, you know, my nail technician was very much like, but I don't have the savings and I don't have, you know, X, Y, and Z, and all these excuses and reasons why not to do it. And I think we just want to share that, like, you know, when we left, we had a really old caravan. It suited us fine.
Oh, we went bought. I think we paid $10,000 for it.
You know, and we didn't have this big fancy setup that you see all these people going around with who get all this sponsorship and get, you know, new vans and new cars. That's not what it's about. It's about traveling within your means.
Someone wants to give me a new car and caravan,
yeah,
I'll take
one. But traveling within your means, and yeah, like just getting out there and doing it. And if that's in a rooftop tent, or that's a camper trailer, or that's a caravan, however that looks for you. And I think that's what we want to set out to do, is just encourage people to just enjoy that.
And we really, really struggled with buying a full van. Like,
yeah, this is our
first full-size
van, no pop tops, no, you know, bits that come out.
because we like to go down the tracks. We like to get down next to that creek and all these sorts of things, and we've previously carried a lot more stuff. We've actually, like, Sarah gets cranky. I am on the scales, making sure everything's sort of like we're underweight, and we've got everything set up, and we had an upgrade done to the car and all these things. So buying a big van was a really hard decision, and I think at no point did we ever really not like the small hybrids and things like that. It was great. We loved them. I think it was more a matter of that this time we 100% are like, yeah, we're going to do this indefinitely. Hey, 3 months time we might decide, oh look, we want to stay here forever, but who knows, you know. And it was a matter of Zeppelin's. Now we're homeschooling him now. He did the first 3 terms of school, and we just to live in space, and we always were like, oh, you know, and we're like, we're not going to chase the rain. But our first 3 weeks in this van, it rained. Wind and rain, and I tell you, if we'd have been in a van that we had nowhere to sit, and
for us personally, it wouldn't have been as enjoyable.
No. Yeah. So I do think it's probably, oh look, I love the van, but and there's going to be times when I'm going to get frustrated with having a full-size van, I guess, but then on other times, like, we've already appreciated having the extra room.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What else, Sarah?
I think that's it. So if you guys want to know... You got
plenty. We'll get a picture up of Zeppelin at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, he's not here for this one.
But yeah, like if you guys want to know more, let us know. And yeah.
Reach out, questions. We do have like a few... you look up Oz Gypsies, you know, like I said, we've done a bit of consulting for pubs and clubs and caravan parks, and we're going to sort of try and do a bit of that. And like I'm the ideas man. Sarah's the one that puts all the figures and makes it all work for places and stuff. And
I'm the one that makes it pretty.
So yeah, so I don't know.
I think that's about it. But yeah, if you guys want more info, obviously leave a comment and let us know. Thanks for watching.